what? A heat gun.
Yeah.
So you can melt plastic and so on, and you can melt glue and so on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to buy one of them. You make
You mean
this,
the machine who can glue plastic?
yeah, you can make it some glue. You have to melt, you know.
Yeah.
So this gun is
You mean the gun where you put the stick inside and it's melting?
no.
Not
This
this
is
one.
just fire.
Right.
And it's only take 20, 30 watt. So it's not much. But it's very hot here because it's like a gun, you know. That fire coming out, or that heat air coming out. It's not fire, it's heat air. So if you make a sandwich with a good cheese on it, you can melt the cheese with it. You don't need the grill, you know. Stupid grill with 1,000 watt. Here you have 20.
In 1 second.
Yes.
But in the restaurants where they melt, they have one cannon like this. They do it like this in the restaurant.
I probably they do.
It's a small lighter, you know.
It's very quick, you know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yes.
Instead of wait till the grill is hot.
And
all
even
that
if
stuff.
you have the soft bread, if you want it toasted, you know, you can toast it with this. I shall try to buy that one. I've seen it on the internet. I've not seen it in any shops.
The solar panel, you have it down.
Yeah, now I have it down. I took it down before.
Because I see today your caravan, and I didn't see the solar panel up,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, oh no, it's another caravan.
No, I took it down because of the garage. I thought maybe they're going to lift the car, you know.
Yeah. Right.
They didn't lift it. They did it on the ground.
Yeah.
Just lift the front.
Just lift with
Yeah. And that was very good. And I could sit in the car and have my breakfast at the same time. That was perfect, you know. First he said, you cannot be in the car when we fix the car.
Yes, I remember. I translated to you. We were together.
So, but I stayed in the car and he didn't say anything. So, but maybe he need to say it. If something happened and I get hurt, he can say, oh, I told him to the police, you know, I told him, you cannot be in the car.
Yeah.
That should never happen in Sweden. If you have something like that, you have to go out of the car. Here, these people are flexible. What I say, they are flexible, and I like it. I like it very much. I mean, this axle in Sweden, the one I put in, they were not original, but they were made for this car. They cost 250 each, and this one 1,300 for an old one. It is an old original.
I cannot imagine that if you put the other one and you think the noise is still 50% remaining, then that's mean that it's somewhere else and the work was for nothing.
And the shaking in the car was most on the left side, and that's the one he took out, the one he put in now. And now it's not shaking so much here, it's shaking on the right side. So it is both of them, you know. Then it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, the engine is 2.8 or 2.5?
8.
And I never heard for Ducato such big problem.
No, I never heard about it either.
Because normally Ducato, they are good cars. They are
Yeah.
a part of the oxide of the rust.
Yeah. But they have the new engine now is they have two engines, 2.3 and 3.0. And the 3.0 is very close to 2.8. So why shouldn't the axle be the same there? Why shouldn't axle? Because
It's possible that the axle from 2.5 it's also the same.
yes. Why should they have different axles when it is the same motor to 99%? It's not a big difference, you know? And this thing between the gearbox and the wheel, I mean, how can it be so many different models? Why should they change? Why? They have machines making these axles. I mean, you have to change the machine to do another axle. Why should they change that? This is a very simple thing which nobody think about and care about at all. It's just
Yeah.
a mechanic. You know, but nobody gonna say, no, I don't want this car. This have a car from a 30-year-old car. I don't want that axle. No, I don't give a shit about the axle. It's under there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the newer cars, the newer motors, 2.3 and 3.8, they have 6 gearboxes. That is, I have 5 gear. So that can be complicated and different, you know. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I should buy a sailboat instead. You don't need a motor.
But the problem is in the winter it's humid.
And it costs thousands to park.
Exactly.
Thousands.
The cheapest was what I hear in Portugal, around 50 euros.
You cannot live cheaper than we do, you know. No rent, you know, no parking.
No money, no honey, brother.
That's a cheap price, brother.
No money, no
You like
honey.
Rolex?
No money.
Like Rolex, man?
No, thank you. I gave the money to the poor man today. The sun is very, very slow. It's coming.
No, it's coming now.
How are we gonna have it for 2 hours? And by the time,
Slowly.
yeah, we have to wait. We have to wait for the ladies, so we can wait for the sun too.
Yeah.
So Mark got the news from what happened with Nina now.
So what's happened with Nina?
Now they have find her an apartment because she cannot live in the car. She needs some help every day, nursing, you know. So they have found an apartment and they try to find a nursing place, whatever. Can visit her a couple of times a week for shopping and helping. So she's. I think she will soon take her own life if nothing happens. I don't think she can sit in an apartment for herself. She had been
Because she
out.
get used to be in the caravan, I don't know for how long, no?
Yeah, 20 years, I think.
Yeah?
I mean, it's a kind of very much freedom with the caravan. She can go to bars and coffee restaurants. Now she be locked
You
in.
can have the wine.
She be locked in here now, you know. And that's gonna happen in another 10 days. So she gonna have, the good thing is she gonna have the dog back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I, he's, I like the dog, but he is barking, you know. So he have learned my dog to bark now. I don't like it.
You still have the dog?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody else want a dog. Now I've been waiting for her to say now, if she want a dog, of course she gonna have the dog. But if she don't want a dog, and I don't see anybody in the nearest 2-3 weeks now, because I had him for, what is it, 4 weeks now. And
But
I-
you say that she wants a dog, no?
yeah, now she wanted. So now he gonna go there in 10 days. But if she have said no, no, I cannot have the dog. I have probably waited another 2 weeks, and then I put them in a rescue home. So somebody else, because I have been asking people around, and other people have in La Cala, other people have talked to other people about this dog, if somebody could adopt this dog. It's very hard to find somebody. But if you go to rescue home, that is where people are going to look for a dog, you know. They don't go to me to look for a dog, they go to the rescue home.
Exactly.
So if Nina didn't get him now, I should have put him in the rescue home for another,
So you find another family.
yeah. Because the chance I will find somebody, that is very little, you know. And he make my dog nervous too, you know, because he is barking, and my dog is, he don't like that.
Mark is in the inside or outside? With the caravan.
Inside,
And he was going in Morocco with a trailer.
yes.
Ah.
Yes, I think so. I'm not sure now when you say it. I've been walking around there. You can walk on the backside there, you know, up to the golf course.
But you see him
Maybe
inside.
the trailer was there because Dominic is walking every day with caravans, and lots of the,
I think the trailer was there because I spoke to Dominic 1 month ago.
yeah. Because I think Dominic need parts from the trailer, you know,
Yeah.
Mark's trailer.
Yeah.
I think the trailer was there. Yeah, and they have a fresh woman with him. Mark, you have a new woman.
Yeah, she live with him?
Yeah, she was in the car. She had been with him in Morocco.
A British or what?
Looks like.
Ah.
She's kind of blonde. And she looked very fit and very, no fat one, you know,
Good.
not the big fat one.
Hola.
She looks skinny. Maybe she's from Finland.
There were a Finnish woman there in La Cala. She had 2-3 dogs, and Mark present me her. She had some problem with the Vodafone, with the telephone and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
She had also 2 dogs in the caravan.
There is a couple of more women there I have seen by themselves. Good looking, actually. Good looking. And one Swedish too. That was a cute one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Look at that old car there. You see the white one coming
Yes.
there.
Yeah, it's a Zimca or a no.
It looked like a Renault, but the back was like
Yeah,
this, not
yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
That old Renault, you know, is like this. Very nice. I like the CV2 with a very thin tire, and it's going like this, you know. Ooh, ooh. And the horsepower is something like 30, 35, you know.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I
Yeah.
saw the last time I saw one. It was on ITV test for the cars in Sweden. So you open the motor so you can see that. I mean, the motor is like a sewing machine, you know,
Yeah.
very little one. But I like the frames and the style on it. That was the time. I like today the frames are built into the body, you know.
Yeah.
But I like the separate frames.
Clack.
Yeah. I like that style.
Opel was not producing car in the beginning. Opel was producing sewing machine.
Singer.
Yeah, Opel was doing this machine in the beginning, and then they go to bicycles, and then they switch to cars.
Wow. Maybe they are going back. I am amazed Opel are still making cars. You don't see many of them. You don't see any ads on Opel or anything.
No, they are suffering,
There must be rich guys behind that car.
especially Opel. Yeah,
And they don't make any money, but they like to have their own car. So this rich guy, no, we lose so many million this year, but I have more million. Just keep on going. Maybe it must be very old German brain.
yeah, one of the oldest.
Yeah,
And 1956, it was getting General Motors take it over.
they did.
Yeah, Opel was German, and then from 1960, General Motors 5060 they take it over.
And they still have it.
Yeah, General Motors still have it.
I think they took the Swedish Saab too.
Yeah, it was also in General Motors.
But that was they stopped making Saab. They don't make any Saabs today.
No. And don't forget, I know there was also cooperation before, you know, Fiat and Chrysler. You remember?
Is that broken?
Now
Is Chrysler gone? Have they put them in?
in
Chrysler
Europe they
in
are
the
nearly
railroad?
nothing.
Chrysler.
But there was a cooperation, Fiat and Chrysler.
I remember that. Okay. I remember.
And then what they do in the Chrysler, they put the engine of the Fiat, and they was producing some Fiat with a huge body, American body, but inside there was a Fiat engine. You remember the big black Chrysler with the big tires?
What
It wa-
year are you talking about?
Maybe 10 years ago, 15, I don't know.
Ah, you mean not in the 70s or 80s? It was in the 90s or 2000.
I think it was later. It was later. It was maybe 95.
Must be the 90s. Right?
And then all the group they was creating then Stellantis. Stellantis is now
So they try to sell Chryslers with very low fuel.
consumption.
Yeah, that's what they try to do. But you know, in the 90s,
And
still the Americans, if he turn the ski,
at this time they had produced some Lancia, like a Chrysler big one, you know.
Lancia was that Fiat too.
Yeah, Lancia is on the Fiat group. Yeah.
But Lancia is gone today, huh?
They sell only the small model in Italy. You know, they had an E10, very small Lancia. This is only what they sell in Italy. The rest is gone.
Another one very very interesting car. It is Alfa Romeo. Finish. Huh? Yeah, bro. I think they're finished. I would like to have one time. I would like to have an Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo. Yeah.
That is an interesting car.
They are also in sales.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that is another car. Still alive, and they still make them, but they never get so popular, you know. But there is a special kind of car. Alfa Romeo is not like anybody else. They are very
Special, yeah.
special, and the design and everything is different.
I have a friend, a lawyer. He was importing 15 years ago one Mercedes Cabrio and one Alfa Romeo GT from America. And I was doing all the douane and all the papers in Brussels. And they still have them. And for a couple of months ago, he sent me some pictures and said to me, try to sell them, these two pieces. And I published them to sell it, but there is no any interest.
GTI, that was a good,
Alfa Romeo GT.
but that one was quite kind of strong motor in that one.
Yeah, it was. They had also good results in racing.
But the Top Gear, you know the English
Yeah.
program Top Gear, that Jeremy Clarkson, the big boss in all those three guys in the program, he always say most of the programs I see when they talk about Alfa Romeo, if you see a car stop by the road because there is some failure, it is an Alfa Romeo. he pee on them all the time, Alfa Romeo. But at the same time, he said what I said before. If you haven't had an Alfa Romeo in your time on this planet, you haven't had all the cars, because he meant it's so different to others. So you should have an Alfa Romeo. Sule.